guys, welcome back to another episode of Underrated and Undervalued Integrity Toys Dolls. This time, this is the last installment. We're talking about underrated and undervalued Nu.face. Okay. Fair warning disclaimer. So basically, whenever I compiled this list, I was thinking about dolls that would be good for people who are like in their early stages of collecting integrity toys. Obviously, if you're a longtime collector, this is also a fun video to talk about, just to kind of like think about your own collection and think about your own collecting journey. Also, another disclaimer: this is for sure. I'm pretty sure the list that I have of this 3-part series with the highest value dolls, and that's just solely due to the fact that like most of the time with Nu.face, not a lot of Nu.face comes out, and whenever it does, it gets swiped up really quickly and the value of it goes up. So let's go ahead and talk about the ground rules. Oh my god. Okay, the ground rules. Number one, every doll on this list is under $200. I did not put under retail because, to be honest with you, there are just some characters where the price is eventually going to go up on them. So I made sure to kind of add that note. It needs to have at least 5 sold listings on eBay. There's no way for me to compile this list if I don't have enough data. So that was my kind of asterisk on the data. Number 3 is complete dolls, no basics or parts. This has to do with the fact that whenever I started collecting, I got a basics doll and it did not really convince me. It took me getting a full doll with accessories and everything to really convince me that Integrity Toys was a great product and that it was worth it. Price listings need to be relevant to the 27th of June 2025. That is because that's the day where I compiled all of this data. I'm pre-recording all of these series in advance. So I did all the research in advance and now I'm just kind of like getting the information out there. So let's go ahead and get started. Number 1, the first doll that I have on this list is Earth Angel Eden Blair. So the last 5 sales prices were $205, $219, $160, $199.95, and $153. And the average eBay price is $187.66. So this one is a registration doll from 2022, I believe. Yeah, it's a 2022 registration doll. All 3 of the dolls that were registration dolls for this year, you can get for a pretty good deal. This is the one with, I'm pretty sure, the highest price point. And I totally understand why. So I put her on the list because I wanted an Eden or a Lilith to be here. And I honestly prefer this year's Eden over the Lilith. I think that she has this like really long, beautiful hair that you can play with. I love her makeup. I think that you can put her in a lot of different things. I also think that her outfit is more classic. This big, beautiful, frilly, top kind of gives Barbie low-key, and I really like this purse. So I was like, you know what, let's put her on this list. And if you can get her for 150, 160 range, I feel like that's pretty good. I mean, it's pretty much a situation where you're just paying what everybody else paid day one. But that is what it is. So the second one that I have on this list is Holographic Novi. So Holographic Novi actually came out this year. Okay. Whenever she was revealed, I remember it very, very clearly because my whole opinion on her was very much like, oh, wow, great. You get the Ayumi face sculpt, which everybody loves. You get this like beautiful purple outfit. You get the shark boots, like you get this like little phone that she has. You get a holographic shirt. You get this really cool coat. And like, I was like, there's a lot to like about this doll. But whenever I saw the stock images, I was like, gosh dang it, they did platinum again. And this like platinum blonde silver. It's silver. That's what the name of it. And I was like, okay, the stock images are already showing my problems with the silver. And I have a feeling that once this doll comes out, it's going to have the same issue. So I did not buy her. And a lot of people did not because they had the same issues that I had, which is, oh, wow, this stock photo is showing that the silver hair is bright yellow. This is probably going to be a bright yellow haired doll. And I just personally was like, nah, I would rather have like a whitish silver hair other than a bright blonde, especially with a hime cut. I'm not a big fan of hime cuts, generally speaking. So I passed on her. I have a friend that bought her. and he loves this doll. He thinks that this doll is great. And he says that basically the hair, it depends on the lighting on if it's bright yellow or if it's a silvery color. Personally, I don't want to deal with the drama of that, so I never bought this doll. But if you are interested in getting into Integrity Toys and you're interested in something very current, very recent, if you're interested in an Ayumi, this might be a great option for you. You know, you get this beautiful full size outfit. You get a lot of stuff out of her. You get a lot of accessories. She's super duper, you know, current. You get the current body type. You get everything in that particular regard. And you get her for a pretty good price, $170. Last five sales prices were 135, 140, 225, 150, and 200. So if you can get her in the 135 to $140 price range, hey, you know what? For Integrity Toys doll, especially in a very recent release, that's pretty freaking good. Additionally, like, I can see myself if, and I've said this multiple times, like in private, if I were to choose a doll to learn how to reroute with, I would probably choose this doll. I think that she has a lot of potential regarding the hair, and her makeup is really beautiful, and I like the outfit. So all I would have to do is change the hair. Like, honestly, if I got her for the one, like 120, and I went to go customize, she would be kind of the one. I think that she's the top of my list for like dolls that I would like to learn how to customize with. So the third doll on my list is Fit to Print Nadja Rhymes. This is my personal first full Integrity Toys doll. So I'm a little bit biased for her. So her last five sale prices were 160, 199, and then three $200 sales prices. So she's going up pretty quickly. Her average eBay price is $191.80. But here's the thing. Here's the thing. I'm kind of justifying this. Nadja typically super expensive, super hard to find. Additionally, you get two bags, you get lots of accessories, you get this cute outfit. And honestly, I love her face. Now, why is this doll cheaper than the other Nadjas? A, she was the 2021 Nu.face registration exclusive. And then two, so mine does not have this problem, but the baby hairs, apparently some people's baby hairs are messed up. And so it kind of means that you have to be a little bit careful on the secondary market to make sure that you don't get one with messed up baby hairs. But, you know, if I got her for 160, you know, in this day and age, I'd feel pretty good about it. Whenever I personally bought her, she was like 120. So this doll is going way up in price, which is why I said like this is pertinent to like this specific date and time, because I have a feeling this doll is going to go up pretty quickly in the next year or two. Anyways, moving on. Sweet Retreat, Reina Amati. So I have this doll as well. She was the 2024 registration exclusive for Nu.face. Her average eBay price is $184.39, and her last five sales prices are $155.49, $199.99, $189, $230, and $147.50. This is what I like about this doll. I think that the actual aesthetic of this doll is really, really classic. I know a lot of doll collecting people love a, you know, pinkies, blues, purples, frothy, princessy, cupcakey kind of aesthetic. She really fits that well. And also, Reina is a popular character, and I love Reina in this skin tone with this hair. I think that it gives you a lot of opportunity to redress her in a lot of different things. So if you're somebody who likes to play around with your dolls, I think that this is a really, really good opportunity. Additionally, you know, you can't beat the price as long as you're not getting her for $230. I feel like, you know, $147.50 is like not terrible at all. And yeah, I mean, there's not much to say. I think that she's kind of an easy doll to like. I think that she's an easy doll to redress if you're into this, you know. Yeah. I mean, I don't have much to say. I own this doll personally. I really, really like her. The one criticism I have is that hair, the hair headscarf, pain in the butt to put on. It's like so terrible to put on, but we're looking at the whole unit, and it's like a headscarf is not that big of a deal. Anyways, moving forward. Mademoiselle Annick Van Dahl. I owned this doll and I got rid of her. Let me explain why I bought her, and let me explain why I ended up getting rid of her. So, why I bought this doll. It was early in my collecting journey. I really, really wanted a doll with a suit, because I really do like that kind of aesthetic. And I wanted something on the cheaper end of things because I was just discovering Integrity Toys. And whenever this doll came out, I was like, oh, perfect. You know, she has the suit that I want. She also has a corset, which I felt like was kind of interesting. And I wanted to see how Integrity Toys performed on that. And then also her bag quality looked really nice. So I was like, okay, I'll buy her. And Anik is like, she has a good fan base, but she's definitely not the most popular face. So I bought her and I loved her for 2 or 3 years. And then I just got other dolls that were suits, had suit related on my dream list. And I was like, okay, yeah, it's time for me to get rid of this doll. But what I it's weird because it's like I kind of put her up for the same price that and sold her for the same price as this. So these prices are have been consistent for the better part of a year. Her average eBay price is $147.90. Her last five sales prices are $122.50, $142.50, $155.05, $158.90, and $160.55. So I think I bought her for this average eBay price and I sold her for this average eBay price. So her pricing has been very, very consistent. Um, it's just one of those things for me where I'm like, I'm glad I had her. I'm glad I owned her. I'm glad I got to enjoy her. I understand that she's not everybody's cup of tea because of that face. I will additionally say that people have issues with edges on these dolls. I've never had this problem, but people say that there's this problem. I've had this doll. I've had fit to print nausea. I've never had an issue with the edges, but some people say that this doll has edge issues. So I'm putting that out there as well. All right. Now, here are going to be the Chum Bucket dolls. So these are dolls that I don't personally like, but if you like them, you're going to get a good deal from them. These two are pretty much related to each other, so I'm lumping them together and then we'll go ahead and talk about them. Adrenaline Rush, Dominique Makeda, and MVP Reina Amadi were part of the Obsession Convention in 2021. So this was an online convention that still had a limited amount of ticket numbers, but what they did was they had the W Club luncheon and they allowed everybody in the W Club to get tickets, and inside of the ticket you get a free doll. So you get a free doll and then you get one doll that is like the centerpiece doll that you get to buy as an exclusive. So people came in and a metric ton of people just came in and were like, oh my God, we're so excited. We finally get to participate. And for a lot of people, this was their first time or only time participating in this. And then they give us these two dolls. Now, MVP Reina Amadi was the centerpiece, and I'll go ahead and move. So for Obsession Convention, I feel like I've like kind of crapped on this convention a lot, and there are some things that I like about it, but this was definitely a huge miss. The whole W Club luncheon was a huge miss in everybody's opinion. They made Reina's The Obsession is football, and I hate this. I hate this. I like Reina as a doll herself. I think that the doll is really great with this dark auburny hair and it's like this beautiful face up. Football, have you met the average doll collector? They are not going to want to do football but make it fashion. And in fact, I'm like looking deeper at it. I'm like, these tattered frayed edges on the top with like this big bulky, like what is happening here? Like, I'm sorry, this is not it. This is not it. This is the centerpiece. So obviously that's kind of a sign of things to come whenever you're looking at the centerpiece and you're like, what is happening? And then they say, all right, here's the free doll. And the free doll that year was Adrenaline Rush Dominique Makeda. And everyone was so mad because this doll like is just very controversial looking. Dominique is typically not like the most beloved face, and then on top of that, this outfit is like why are we doing electric green with the purple, with the like with the arm cuffs, with the hands, and like this face, like what is happening? And then like I love a good ball doll. In fact, like I have a flocked Naja from last year's convention, and she's like one of my favorites. Okay, like I love it whenever they do a purple doll in like a darker skin tone with like a glam look. I love that. Like this might actually be my favorite doll of the convention last year. I'll have to think about it, but like she's for sure one of my favorites, right? I freaking love this doll. And as you can see, she's flocked. So it's not the flocking that's the issue. It's the fact that like how they did it with the rest of the outfit gave, in my opinion, a very lackluster response. Like it just kind of fell flat. And in my opinion, if you are doing a giveaway doll, it behooves you, generally speaking, to try and make a doll that a lot of people are going to like, because it makes people feel like, oh wow, like I got this amazing opportunity out of this, right? And people feel like less, turned off by the entire event, especially because people are still now trying to get rid of this doll and for like under 100. I'm constantly seeing this doll come out for like 60, 70, whatever, and it's just like not flying anywhere. But if you like this doll, hey, good news, that's like the cheapest Nu.face doll that you can possibly get. MVP Reina Amadi, she can also go for a pretty good price. To be honest, if I were to get MVP Reina, it would just be the doll itself and it would not be with the outfit. And then I would put her in something else. That's my take of the moment. But moving on from this little fiasco, let's go ahead and talk about the third doll in my chum bucket. Now. I'm going to add an addendum on this. I think that this doll is perfectly fine. New classic Lilith Blair. Honestly, like, I think she's okay. And that's almost kind of the problem for me, is I look at this doll and I'm like, she's fine. She doesn't like enact any excitement in me, and that makes me super duper sad because I love a tweed suit, right? I love a tweed suit doll. Like right here, I have like a little tweed suit thing going on. But I think that what I just don't like about this doll comes from multiple different aspects. This doll gives holy micro trend Batman to me. Like, I look at the heart earrings and then I look at, oh my God, who was that designer? She did the plastic shoe. And then every single like cheap fashion company replicated it, and now it's like going into the thrift store. I feel like this shoe was replicated so much from like so many like fast fashion places that now it's like so out of style and you can basically find it at any discount store. And it just kind of enhances an opinion that I have about this doll, which is I feel like this doll kind of unfortunately like has a lot of micro trends in it, right? I think that this like puffy like end to this suit, like I think unfortunately put it inside of a micro trend. And then like the heart earrings and then the shoes, the fake Prada bag is like still, it's fine. It's just this doll, I'm like, it just hasn't aged well from what, 2021, no, 2022 to 2025. In 3 years, this doll I don't think has aged the best, so I'm putting it in the chum bucket for that reason. But once again, if you like this doll, like go ahead and buy it. She has a lot of good things. I do like the fact that it's Lilith. I like the little poofs on her head. I like the skin tone. I like her face up. I think that she's really, pretty in that regard. I just think, wow, this really reflects a certain era of trends that were going on at the time. That's just my opinion. Anyway, so that's going to be the end of this video. If you like this video, please go ahead and subscribe, comment, share, do whatever. I'm really consistent with my uploading schedule. So I upload every Wednesday/Saturday. And yeah, that's basically it. My accounts are all random doll accounts. So I have an Instagram account and then I'm here as well. I also produce YouTube shorts like a lot, almost every day, to be honest with you. Like, I've been producing a lot of them lately. So if you're interested in that, please go ahead and check those out. And as always, have a great day and thanks for watching. Bye.